was an amazing event. Pretty big, I mean, I don't know. There were some other upsets in the world. I haven't noticed them getting any of these, right? I think they're the only ones. That's great. We don't use auto pens here.
I think he's right. It was a huge event. President Trump honoring the legendary Miracle on Ice U.S. men's hockey team that famously defeated the Soviet Union in the 1980 Winter Olympics, signing legislation awarding all the players with congressional gold medals commemorating the 45th anniversary of their comeback and that victory. For those who aren't familiar with the Miracle on Ice, in the first game of the medal round at the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid in New York on February 22nd, 1980, Team USA, full of a bunch of college kids and amateurs, they were perceived as major underdogs to the international powerhouse, the Soviets, on paper. It was the Americans who were more scrappy and hungrier, eventually defeating the Soviet Union by a final score of 4-3. And then just 2 days later, Team USA would go on to win the gold medal that year, defeating Finland by a final score of 4-2. Captain Mike Eruzione of the gold 1980 Miracle on Ice hockey team, he also scored the go-ahead game-winning goal in the third period of that game. He gifted President Trump a replica hat of the Miracle on Ice, the ones that they wore during the opening ceremonies in Lake Placid. Some pretty funny stuff, some cool stuff there to see the president in those hats. Joining us now, Mike Eruzione, captain of the team. Mike, it's a pleasure.
Thank you very much. It was a special day for me and my teammates.
I'm sure it was. Talk about it. What was it like? It just happened. You just got out of the White House not too long ago.
Yeah, it was incredible. I've always said the greatest honor you can have as an athlete is to represent your country, but then put a USA jersey on. And we had that opportunity at a time in our country where we were looking for something to feel good about. And along we come. And again, for the president to honor us this evening, I said that, the gold medal is one thing, but this is the frosting on the cake to have something like this to myself and the team receive.
Certainly is. Want to bring up another kind of fun moment the president had with your teammate Ken Morrow. I want to bring that up.
Tomorrow. An honor to meet you, Mr. President. Yeah. What a great win for our country. And if people don't remember, that's where the USA chant started in Lake Placid.
That's right.
Yeah.
I tried to take credit for that. You had to bring that up, didn't you?
He's got a great sense of humor, doesn't he?
He's, I've known President Trump for quite a few years. We played golf a few times together, and he does have a pretty good sense of humor. And that was a pretty good answer to Kenny Morrow.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to say the word communism, which you helped defeat with the Miracle on Ice. Communism in the United States today. When I say that and put it all into a sentence, what goes through your head?
Well, I guess it reminds me of what was going on in 1980, the threat of a Cold War. The Soviets were not very well respected or very well liked in this country. And I think as a country, we were kind of tired of all the BS that we were dealing with the Soviet Union. They invaded Afghanistan. There's a lot of political issues going on at the time. And, when I think of that, I guess I think back of that moment of what it was like. We didn't know it at the time, but we brought great joy to a country that was looking for something to feel good about. And I've said this many times, we could use a 1980 now. But I think, for my teammates and I, like I said, I can't thank the president enough for signing this bill to give us the ultimate honor you can give an American. This was more than a hockey game. And at the time, we didn't realize it. But 45 years later, when you see something like this happen for our team, it makes you realize how special that was and what a great honor it was for the president to do that for us.